To complete a setup with rounders, you will need the tables themselves, and as many chairs as were requested to go around them. To start with, set up your first table. It will often go in the center of the room. Then set up your next table beside it. For all tables, make sure to lock the legs into position by using the sliding brackets that go over the leg joints. Also, when setting up rounders, make sure that the leg orientation on all tables is the same. Use carpet lines or other methods to line up the table legs. Then, adjust the spacing using either your arm length or the rounder spacing bar that's usually located in the ballroom storage closet. Until you become more familiar with your relative arm length to the required distance between tables, use the rounder spacing bar by simply adjusting the tables until the rounder spacing bar just barely fits between the two. Rounder setups will often utilize staggered rows, meaning that you can't simply set up endless rows of tables going front to back as well as side to side. However, it's still pretty simple. To set up the first table in a new, staggered row, set up a rounder about halfway in between two tables from the previous row and about 5 feet back. Then, use your rounder spacing bar, or the previously mentioned arm method, to make sure that the distances between the two rows is appropriate. Once you have done that, continue setting the row as normal. The reason this distance is so important is to ensure that once you have chairs set up around the tables, you can still walk between them. To set up chairs around these tables, start by setting them at the 4 compass points of the table. And after that, simply fill in the gaps, ensuring that none of the legs cross. For 6 chairs instead of the usual 8, remove the 2 that would have their backs to the speaker or screen. With 7, evenly space them around the table. Always make sure to follow this instruction located on the bottom of every rounder. Otherwise, the tables will not fit back in their cart properly.